We've got dance, we've got flowers and flags presentation. And if I could ask the mayoress to help us with the presentation.
You want to sit on my lap? Are you sure you can come and sit on my lap if you want to? Come.
Right, we're going to present the flowers first. Okay, could I ask Joe Bailey of the Safe Luton Partnership to come up and receive the flowers? I'll say a few words about you.
I want to say a lot of things about Mitalee tonight, but that will take a really long time. There still are a number of things I want to say, because Mitalee are very important to me. So I hope you'll just give me a few minutes just to say some things. First of all, I'd like to thank Mitalee for asking me to come to this exciting occasion. A long time ago, I did a professional youth work course. And on this course, I met a very strange person called Asher Garment. But he's not strange anymore because we've become very good friends, and I understand now why I thought about it at the time. On this course, we did lots of youth work practice. As part of that qualification, we had to work in a whole range of settings. And Asher worked in a whole range of places, but Mitalee was one of those. And every time he spoke about Mitalee, he spoke with great passion. His enthusiasm and excitement about the organisation obviously had a huge impact on him. And through the course, I became friends with Asher. And of course, I learned a lot about Mitalee because he talked about them all the time. But I was yet to meet anybody. In fact, I started to wonder if they really existed. But I was to find out that Mitalee would play an important part in my development of my own career, and it would enrich my personal life with some great people who became my friends. At the end of the course, I was offered a post at the Safe Luton Partnership. It's a major organisation in the town responsible for initiating, developing and evaluating work around community safety. An SLP, as we call the organisation, carries out a number of statutory roles for the council and the police under the Crime and Disorder Act. I was appointed at the time, because I had a different position to the one I have now, to work with young people to involve them in community safety. And I did that in a whole range of schools and also in the community. and I used what was called a peer education approach that involved young people in planning and running the projects. Mitalee was the first organisation I worked with in the community, and I was met there by the most wonderful young people who welcomed me to their organisation. Young people who were really happy to be involved in the projects that I was doing. People like Mitalee, who you all know, and along with a number of other people who also were young people in the organisation. I met people who were not just young people in the organisation, but young people who had been participants who had moved on to become volunteers. And then I met a number of people who were advisors who, like another friend I made, Mintu, who had moved on to professional careers and had kept their contacts with Mitalee because they too benefited from that organisation. The young people and volunteers embraced the concept of partnership working, and they developed the model of peer education that I was delivering, as many of the schools had. But they weren't satisfied with just running workshops. The young people got together and they wrote, rehearsed and performed a series of drug information plays to their community, both in English and Bengali, and they raised awareness about drugs, their effects and possible consequences. They followed that up with a booklet and they presented the play to their peers, to their parents and to relatives in the organisation. The work of Mitalee undertook in partnership with SLP under that initiative was held up all through this town as good practice. In fact, when I was asked to write an article on young people's involvement in community safety, I could think of no better organisation to write about than Mitalee. A project where young people were instrumental in planning, delivery and evaluation of a whole range of projects. A project where they felt ownership because they'd received the right level of support, in the right quantity and at the right stages, for them to embrace the real meaning of empowerment. And my support for Mitalee developed a lot after that project. I watched the group develop their work into a piece of global work and assisted them at their request to present a global picture of substance misuse. They focused on their home country and complemented this through the youth exchange. The hard work and commitment of young people and volunteers for this organisation is admirable. It is more so because Mitalee has never bought into the funders' game. They do not compromise quality for quantity. As we know, all funders look for numbers. Mitalee are focused on doing targeted, quality work with a core group of young people. They don't go for the entertaining, for a better word, of hundreds of young people. And it may not bring in huge amounts of funding, but it certainly makes a difference in the lives of each and every young person they encounter. I'm really pleased to be here and to highlight some of the great qualities of this organisation. And the reason that I'm happy to do that is because someone needs to. Mitalee is far too modest. They refuse to blow their own trumpet. They work tirelessly and quietly, unbeknown to many. They do not throw themselves into the public arena. They do not seek glory, and they do not stare out from pages of the local press. So now we come back to Ashok. Now I haven't forgotten him. Right? I now understand why Ashok always spoke with great passion and enthusiasm and excitement about Mitalee. Because every time I'm asked to speak about Mitalee, I start to sound like him. It's a bit sad, really. But it is for this reason that the Safe and Learn Partnership has supported Mitalee for a number of years. Their philosophy of good quality work meets the very nature of the work that we at the partnership want to deliver. And I'm proud to have supported them, not always financially. When possible we do that, but often it's through the secondment of staff for pieces of work, to the summer project and to help out in sessions. But irrespective of that support we provide, we are always received with the utmost respect and value from each and every member of the organisation. And my staff tell me all the time, they adore working with the young people at Mitalee. So I'm going to say to you that just to show how committed we are to you, I am going to, I have already spoken to Ashok, that Safe and Learn Partnership is going to work with Mitalee to have a weekly session So all you young people who are waiting for next summer don't actually have to wait till next summer. Because once a week we will have a session. It was a few weeks to get organised, and we'll have a session running this week. Last little bit. There is no group that I consider more worthy of the Queen's Award. I believe that each and every one of the people who have dedicated their time to developing the work of Mitalee are truly unsung heroes.
Any flags? Where's flags as well? Okay, the next person we're going to call up is Kathy Badstar of Web Design Workshop. We've got Kathy Badstar. She's not here. She gets flowers and a plaque, but I don't think she's here to select them. Alright, Emma Darcy of Lifelong Learning Centre, I think that is, or the Learning Centre. She's not here. She gets flowers and a plaque too. So we'll have to put them aside for her. The last person, flowers and a plaque, is Paula Clark from Millennium Volunteers. We have Paula Clark here. Is Paula Clark in the house? Have you spotted her? Yes? She's got flowers and a plaque. She wants to come and collect them. And the mayoress herself. Okay, Lindsay's going to collect it for them. Okay. Round of applause for Kathy Badstar, Emma Darcy, Paula Clark. Right, that's... Okay, we've got a plaque for the head teacher of the school, a very special plaque if he's here. Okay, can we now pull up Shueg Iqbal, the DJ workshop? And Norman Young from the Safe for Luton Partnership, we've got that for you. Norman? Joe's going to take it for him. Shahan from On Track. Tim Skinner